professional investigation to establish the facts. And we are almost there. What I can tell you is that the committee wrote all of the major stakeholders, the Liberia Revenue Authority, the Ministry of Commerce, the National Investment Commission, the Public Procurement and Concession Commission, the National Port Authority. And I have to thank our colleagues there for responding. They have responded with all the documents. While reviewing the document, we observed that we needed business registration certificates and copies of the the business incorporation document to show ownership for each of these companies. That's what I can say now. I don't want to prejudice the outcome of this investigation. We will be presenting our report to plenary in the coming weeks.
Who Medtech? I know you don't want to go further. Is that Angela List or is that her husband or ex-husband? Under the Liberian business registration, who are the owners of Medtech?
No comment.
On who's the owner of CTN?
No comment.
Do you agree with the recommendation made by Dr. Jada LRA and Commerce Minister Amin Modal that the government president Waka should consider keeping Medtech?
No comment.
You want to add to that, Abdullah?
Well, I think he said no comment, so there's not much we can get.
Yeah, I just needed you the time to continue.
I hope you realize that this is a serious investigation. The Public Accounts Committee is the integrity committee in the legislature. The Ways and Means Committee is the committee that really should have approved all of this in the 54th legislature. So our integrity is on the line. The way we approach this is the same way we want to approach the way we approach the reconciliation.
Is it true so I know to sit down. So what's that? Man, Derek wants to play the place.
They already free. You already free. The other guy, the guy punched me in my face. The other guy, the guy, she punched me in my face.
Are you listening?
The funny, are you already see you sick and you won't be doing it? Somebody funny, you forgot where to go. Give me that.
The issue presented is that I agreed that we should forgive them because the intent was good. The rains were coming, and so they wanted to do the road works in time so that we will not have the problem that we've been having previous years. I agree. So on that basis, I signed to forgive them. But the issues that arose, the two contractors, contracts that I just named, there are issues that we need to further investigate. So my recommendation is that we again send for the Ministry of Public Works to make clarity why should there be two contracts on one road, and what happens to the road project along the Riverside Road that was previously done, that has been done by a concession company, and why should government allocate money again, approve project on the same road project? Those are my concerns. Thank you.
Center is one way. The one way can be also package and process them for the rural drop-off point wherein our staff will be available to link them to the rural families and do follow up with them to ensure that the next 90 days we'll have transparency to ensure that there are simulations taking place. So that how the structure looks like. What the previous said, But I think few challenges, and want to take ownership of that. In case of going to the country, 60% are good people. I say good people. And then we have to work as a government, as a people to work with them. They're not good because the 60%, let's say 80% are drugs addicts. All drugs. I must say to you now because you have the full access to money to go after us. So we're putting in measures right now to make sure that do the screen I want them, do a drug test, those who are free with integrated, and those who are linked to drugs or drugs users will work along the task force to place them into rehab homes. We also have disabled people. We brought about 15 crazy people. It's serious. There are people in Ghana. So there are 15 crazy people among them. So we are going to contact the Graham Hospital to make sure that we transfer them to the centers. And women and children, there are almost 183 children below the age of 5. I came. We have 160 pregnant women on board. So we are counting on not just the government, our government partners. By 2 o'clock we'll have a coordination meeting, or we'll give the statistics to our partners to see how they come in and help us. But the first phase, the 1,539 is 100% sponsored by the government of Liberia. So thank you to our Liberians. The taxpayer funding is what we use to really go back home.
Excellency, welcome back to Liberia.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Sylvester Chiroplan. I work for the Spoon Network. Welcome back. While you were away, many Liberians were concerned about a specific agreement from the 2024 Korea-Africa Summit held in Seoul, because the other African head of states, like Kenyan President, who announced a few days ago that he secured $138 million for his country. So please, can you tell us exactly what were those specific agreements made between Liberia and South Korea?
How was the visit, Mr. President?
I don't know about $38 million. This was a summit. This is Korea's first Korea-Africa summit, which brought the two people from the two continents together. And the idea was to see how we could work to tackle a lot of global issues, investment and confidence building, Africa and Korea with their technical knowledge and so. And there were no, except for general announcement about 14 billion and 10 billion. Announcements were made, so we did not go for us to have specific, except for the investment forum where we met investors, the number of investors who are interested in coming to Africa, to Liberia, to invest in so many areas with technological transfer, but also the issue of scholarship, helping Liberians to go to Korea to learn, and Koreans coming here to do business.
Excellency, welcome back to Liberia.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Sylvester Chiroplan. I work for the Spoon Network. Welcome back. While you were away, many Liberians were concerned about a specific agreement from the 2024 Korea-Africa Summit held in Seoul, because the other African head of states, like Kenyan President, who announced a few days ago that he secured $138 million for his country. So please, can you tell us exactly what were those specific agreements made between Liberia and South Korea?
How was the visit, Mr. President?
I don't know about the 38 million. This was a summit. This Korea's first Korea-Africa summit, which brought the two people from the two continents together. And the idea was to see how we could work to tackle a lot of global issues, investment and confidence building, Africa and Korea with their technical knowledge and so. And there were no, except for general announcement about 14 billion and 10 billion. Announcements were made, so we did not go for us to have specific, except for the investment forum where we met investors, the number of investors who are interested in coming to Africa, to Liberia, to invest in so many areas with technological transfer, but also the issue of scholarship, helping Liberians to go to Korea to learn, and Koreans coming here to do business.
Bring John back though. John, go.
No, John want to get a water. He'll be back.
All right. Thank you, Stanton. Chetamba. Thank you, guys. I would say I'm back on where I always feel that I belong. As spoon.
That's why you belong. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say thanks to everybody. Well, thank you, Stanton. My coming on spoon back. I know there's a lot of controversy on my coming on spoon. But my coming on spoon is to set the record straight on a lot of things going on in the media. But let me say this before. Hey, John, what's up, my brother?
What's up, Kev? Long time.
I know.
Good to see you.
I see these two amigos give you a tough time.
No. John cool. John can handle us, man.
But let me say this. During the elections, we had a bitter election. I wanted to win. Guys wanted to win. And it happened. A lot of people say a lot of things, and I say a lot of things. Well, on June, I think it's around June 15 last year, I made a comment. And that comment that I made, a lot of people say a lot of things about it. When I made a comment that got to do with Stanton and the Women League, the women of Liberia, came to me, they sent message to me, and they were very strong. And they said to me, what I said on the closing argument, it was offensive towards the women. I can always tell people that Liberian women are women that we will always respect. We will always. These are women that we we will never go away from, we will respect them. And they came to me and they said, what I said on closing argument was offensive to women. My sister Mariah Yakula, Maka of the High Table, Charlene Bronskin, women of dignity, women that we will identify ourselves to, said to me, "You're wrong." You guys, a lot of people saw the picture with Charlene Bronsky and I in the husband, and a lot of people look into it and say, "Hey," but there was what they were saying to me and saying, "Kev, what you said was offensive to me," and I said to myself, "Hey, I will listen to women." And then what he said to me, right? I'll listen to them. When I listen to them, and immediately the next day, I had a call from Mariah Yakula, Ben Savi, and others. And they say, you have to apologize to women. Ben Savi told me that. So you have to apologize to women. What you said, it was wrong.
So, Kev, let's get to the point because, as I said, we don't have enough time. John is coming back. We got to open the phone line. And I believe you have some question for him yourself. We understand that it was offending to all women, but it was directed towards Dr. Richardson. Are you here to address the issue for us to move on?
Yeah, because sometimes you're right, because we stay in court. I'm not going to go further with it. But what I said at that time, when folks talk to me, and I said, I apologize to the women of Liberia, and that apology extends to Dr. Richardson because she's a woman of Liberia. But what I said at that time, it was not pertaining to Dr. Richardson. She's a decent woman, and it's not pertaining to Dr. Richardson. I'm not going to go further into the discussion.
Did you talk to Dr. Richardson's husband?
Yes, I did.
Did you speak to Dr. Richardson?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And I think after all your back and forth, Kev, let me say this. What you said to me was horrible, was wrong. I care less what you said to me, because I know I consider myself to be an individual in Liberia that I have a huge following. What you said about women concerning Dr. Richardson was horrible.
Okay, folks. Good morning. A pleasant welcome to yet another edition of the Today Show right here on your favorite dial, 107.5 megahertz. We're also coming to you live on Fabric 101.1 megahertz. Today happens to be the 10th day of the month of June, and today is the first working day of the week, Monday. So wherever you are and whatever you are doing, welcome back to it. This is your most preferred breakfast program. My name is Yekezi Zubel, and I hope to be joined by Chokon Flaman later on the show. Dennis Nipson is off today. She has some activities outside there to attend to, and so she would not be on the show, but I hope to be joined by Chokon Flaman this morning on the show. So a lot of trending happenings in the country currently. You just heard an excerpt. For those of you listening, via the radio is an excerpt. For those of you watching, it's a video footage from yesterday's edition of the one-on-one with the CEO and Abdullah Kiatamba. And you heard divorce of Kev Hassan. Yes, he was one of the first panelists on the Spoon Talk. Very popular for defending the CDC. He's a CDC supporter. He's back on the show, but during the heat of the election, you all know the story. They left the show, went and created their own show. And on that show, he said some horrible things about Dr. Richardson and that of the CEO. But it appears like Kev Hassan is coming back on the Spoon Talk or on the 101 with the CEO. And so you heard him apologizing, to women of Liberia. He was asked by the CEO as to whether he's apologized to Dr. Richardson. And he said, yes, he's apologized to Dr. Richardson. He's also, placed a call to the husband of Dr. Richardson, apologizing for his very reckless statement that was made against Dr. Richardson and that of the CEO. And that is why, folks, we need to be very careful as we go about politicking, especially during the heat of election. I know everybody has a side, but you should play your politics in a way that you will leave room for tomorrow, because you don't know what happens tomorrow. You play politics and you want to leave room for friendship. You want to leave room for cordial relationship. Politics is not just about, throwing invectives or vilifying somebody, or is not about insulting, making derogatory statements against somebody, especially a woman. A woman, is a very, decent woman. Because of politics, you allow your political emotion, your political sentiment to make reckless statement about a woman of integrity, a highly respectable woman in the society. So this is not only to Kev Hassan, but to each and every Liberian, especially the youngsters out there that are coming up in Liberia who are ambitioning to become politicians. When politicking, you need to leave space. You need to leave a room for a cordial relationship. Because if you destroy all of your relationships today with people that you've been close to, with people that you've known in the past and you still know, if you destroy all your relationship with them because of politics, because of one person, one politician out there that you are supporting, for job or for reasons best known to yourself, then tomorrow, even if the person had won the election, what becomes of your relationship? And worst of all, if the president loses the election, what becomes of the relationship that you have built, the relationship you've built over the years? What becomes of it? What becomes of it? I mean, they had their own reasons, they had their own right, to have left the show. They have reasons best known to themselves why they had to do it. But not to go and sit on another platform to vilify, to throw invectives or to insult a woman publicly, knowing that what you are saying, the allegation you're making against that person is very horrible and is something that you fabricated. Why do that? So this is very uncalled for. Very uncalled for. And, for me, the apology he made, I don't consider that apology to be a sincere apology, because before doing such thing, you have to think twice. Before doing such thing, before making an utterance of such, you have to think twice. You have to think twice. And I think he's only making that apology because, probably he wants to come back on the Spoon Talk, or he wants to again get associated or linked up with the Spoon Talk to be one of the panelists. That is why he's making that apology. But since that the statement was made. According to him, various prominent women in the country, a women group called him, and condemned his action. And I mean, since then, if you think you were so sincere about such apology, I think you should have, caught up. Let's say you should have come publicly. You have your own Facebook Live. You could have done a podcast, to apologize and all of that. But we did not see anything of such until now. But again, that is life. It's just something that we all need to be careful about. Politics should be about the growth and development of the country. Discussion about the growth and development of your country. Your own ideas that you have, you think when executed can move Liberia forward, and the other person's idea is just a discussion or discourse about ideas to move the country forward. It's not about insulting and making yourself ugly, because after politics there's life. All right, yeah, there's life to live. After politics there is life to live. All right, so that is it. But that is Kev Hassan for you. So do not be surprised if you see him back on the show. I know a lot of people wouldn't take the apology, but Dr. Richardson, I haven't heard from her whether she's accepted the apology or not. But I think with the kind of personality that she is, I'm sure that she's going to accept the apology. And I learned that this matter is even in the court. So maybe the doctor will see the need to either withdraw the case since he's apologized, or to continue with the matter. But if I were in her shoes, I would continue with that matter. I only withdraw it. Like, seriously. Yeah, so that just to teach people lesson, that politics is not about hatred. Politics is just a discourse about the forward march of the country. It's not about insulting a woman or even your fellow man. It's not about that. Only people, I think, who do not have a better idea to move the country forward, I think, will venture into throwing invectives or insulting each other when it comes to politics. But once you have, an explicit or very clear idea about moving your country forward, and you know how to articulate those ideas, there'll be no need for you to insult people or attacking personalities in your politicking. There'll be no need. You wouldn't do that. And we see that with a lot of people in this country, a lot of responsible people of integrity, well-educated and erudite men and women in this country. We see that. But the ones who lack ideas, better ideas about moving the country forward, who don't know how to articulate those ideas, I think they are the ones who you will see them saying horrible things about their friends. And that is totally wrong, because after politics, after election, you need to have friends. Like even the CEO. I mean, you accuse him. You levied a grave allegation against him, and now he's been your friend, a very close friend. But because of politics, you said that about him. You ignore the friendship, everything that you guys have had together before. You ignore everything. But now, because politics, has gone, I mean, you coming back, to amend things, to restore, to revive your friendship, and you come and say you want to apologize. Well, that's it. That's your apology. But for me, I wouldn't consider that as a sincere apology. But folks, that's it here on the show this morning. I've been joined by Chokon Flaman, and very, very shortly, he will be joining me in the stream this morning. So, like I said, Denise Nipson is not here. She's attending other activities here this morning. But Chokon Flama and I will, run the show this morning. So, folks, that's it. Now, before going further to talk about other, national issues in the country, I'd like to say happy birthday to my little son. He celebrates his birth anniversary today. He turns 2 today, and I like to say a happy birthday to him, and a happy birthday to all of you celebrating your birthday today. I wish you many years to come. I hope I was on the TV to kind of play some birthday songs for you guys. But again, just to pin his photo on the screen. Yep. Kenneth Zwobe. Happy birthday to you. Kenneth Zwobe turns 2 today. And I wish you copious and copious of years to come. A little treasure. All right. I'd like to say thanks to all of his guardians, his grandparents, his mother, his cousins, and just everybody, who's helping to bring him up or to rear him. I'd like to say thanks to all of you. So happy 2 birth anniversary, 2nd birth anniversary to you, Kenneth Zwobe. All right, and folks, today, according to the weather forecast, quickly, rainy weather and thunderstorms are expected. The likelihood of rainfall for today is high, and but precipitation will be light, and the day will observe a moderate high of a warm 28 degrees Celsius and 82.4 degrees Fahrenheit. And the sun rose this morning at 6:28. The sun was set at 6:57, and the daylight will last for 12 hours and 29 minutes. All right. Yeah, so that's the weather forecast there for today. Chokon is still struggling to come on, but we can have him backstage. Meanwhile, Chokon, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Yegesi, and good morning to our many listeners across the country. And it's good that we are here. And how was the weekend, my man?
The weekend was great. It was splendid. How was yours? How was the Christ Chapel of Faith Church? Did you attend?
No, I didn't attend church yesterday, but I listened to the sermon, the sermon, and it was quite incredible. This preacher, man, has been ordained by the Almighty God. So he preaches well, message that resonates with the people, so the people can live regularly, so God can be certified. Yeah. Why are you smiling?
I just like the way you talk about your church. Yeah, but also, folks, let me say congratulations in advance to all of you that are expected to walk out of the walls of the Auditing University on the 15th of June. My brother Paul Orlando Zwobe will be walking out of the walls of the Auditing University with a master's degree. Paul, I'd like to say congratulations in advance. I also like to say congratulations to all of you guys who will be walking out of the walls.
Lisa Darcy of FIJA
Women TV and the president of FIJA. I'd like to say congratulations in advance as well. And also,
Baron, the greatest chairman.
Just escaping me, Baron will also be doing the same.
Chairman Baron.
Congratulations as well The man will finally. Somebody said the man spent I don't know how many years.
No, master. I think the man spent 2 years. Nobody should lie to you. Nobody.
Okay. Yeah, but congratulations to all of you guys, and wishing you guys, success. Wishing you guys a prosperous life. Education is so important for any society. Because an educated society, will always blossom, except the educated people, don't use the education for the intended purpose. But once you have well-educated men and women in the society, they bring about well-informed decisions, to take well-informed decisions to move the country forward, and even outside government, they make impact. They create, employment opportunities through, their skills acquired from various universities and colleges across the country. So it's good, even though in our country, the spoil system, this patronage system, especially in our government, has taken over. And people are not being given jobs by merit. People are being given jobs by
the spoil system,
patronage. And if whether you are educated, whether you're not educated, once you supported the government of the day during election, of course, the government, is going to give you the job, whether you are competent, whether you're not competent, thereby leaving those who are competent and qualified for the job, and those things discourage people about education. So a lot of people just lean on, supporting a certain political party. Yeah, they'll say about education is not anything. So the higher thing I'm going to support is certain political party to come to power. And once that party comes to power, I get my job. Whether I'm educated or not. I think we need to move away from that. I think we need to prioritize education. Those who are spending their money, those who are spending all of their resources to acquire the degrees and all of that, I think we need to prioritize those people so that people that are coming behind us, the younger generation, too, will be able to prioritize education. They'll sit and say, oh, it's because of the education acquired by this person that he or she was given this job. And they too will be inspired, encouraged to go and acquire degrees and acquire education. All right?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so folks, a lot of things here this morning to talk about, but just before we go into them, don't forget to play the Spoon 107.5 Mega Data Cash Splash is currently on your radio. All you need to do is to dial the playing code. Folks have already begun playing. The playing code is *799#, *799#. You select number 3 for Spoon FM. You choose how to pay the playing fee, and the playing fee is just 70 cents US or 100 Liberian dollars. Once you pay the playing fee using your Lone Star Cell mobile money account, both USD or LD, or if you don't have money on your mobile money account, you can go there and buy the scratch card activator on your phone and play. And of course, you are going to become one of the 20 winners that will be joined at 9:45 this morning on the show. So you can start playing from now straight up to 9:55. The dashboard is open. And every morning, the dashboard opens at 7 o'clock for our show. The dashboard opens at 7 o'clock and the show starts at 8 o'clock. So you can even begin playing, prior to the beginning of the show. So 7 o'clock up to 9:55, the dashboard opens. And once you play, you stand a chance to win 2,500 Liberian dollars this morning. Chokon, what have you been hearing over the weekend?
A lot over the weekend followed the donation of Senator DeLone to my own county. Senator Sir Joseph, who donated a drug worth more than $500,000 to the hospital, and also the retreat. You heard about the Senate retreat in Grand Bassa County.
Yeah.
There were a lot of resolution drawn from there. I read an article from one of the local dailies on the retreat. It was quite incredible. And so he made a donation, and the county authorities appreciated him, and it came at the right time where the county also struggling with this drug issue. There's no drug in the hospital, so the arrival of drug and equipment, medical supplies at the hospital, they're quite good for the county. So those are some of the things that happen. And also, this issue that is ongoing at the Governance Commission is one of the issues that we need to look into. Legacy. An article from the Front Page Africa, and I have received scores of information from sources within the the Governance Commission, informing me about what's happening there, how Professor Alari Tupa allegedly turning that place into a military barrack. And those who were not on the side, whether you are professional or not, if you are not on the train, the rescue train during the campaign, or even if you were there, he should have some authority to have you there. And that place was created by an act that assigned roles and responsibilities to people, Legacy, and he's there acting as the commissioner of that institution. So those are some of the things we can go in some of those things. The articles are there on Front Page Africa and several of them. Those are some of the things that happened over the weekend.
Yeah. So, folks, there's something trending on social media right now. I actually didn't want to talk about it earlier when I just saw people, posting it and talking about it, until myself, unfortunately, came across it in the chat room. Which is very, very bad for one of our artists. It's very, 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 very bad. This issue about leaked sexual video, so to speak. It has, affected a lot of our women. And now we are hearing this very, very bad news of a leaked video of one of our biggest female artists in the country. And I started seeing posts about it, but I thought it was a joke, or there was something else behind the information, not what was being posted, until I came across it. And I'm so kind of disappointed about this, that this will happen to a very excelling female artist in our country, somebody who has been very, very persistent, giving us back-to-back hit songs over the past few years in the country. Is unfortunate, Chokon. So there's this report, for those of you listening, there's this report of a leaked sexual video of MC Caro. A leaked sex video of MC Caro. And it's just unfortunate. It is just unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. And, we hope females Liberia can be careful how they go about their daily activities, especially when it comes to these things, because there are a lot of reports about this. There have been a lot of leaked videos about individuals, not only in Liberia, but outside Liberia. So I think they need to be more and more and more and more careful. And those people involved in doing such, I think is most often is their own partners. Most often is a setup. Most often is either a mistake that maybe they'll have a video in their phone and mistakenly have it uploaded unknown to themselves and all of that. But it is something very, very concerning, and it's something that I think youngsters that are coming up, even the older ones, need to be very, very, very careful about. Especially our tradition. In fact, any tradition for that, maybe in the Great United States of America, where you have a very, very diverse society. I mean, a leaked sexual video isn't something, that anybody will want to see or to see happen to them. So our young people need to be very, very careful as they go about, doing such. Is unfortunate that this is today MC Caro, but I think folks have got to learn lesson, because this is happening.
Did you see the video?
Multiple times. Like I said, I unfortunately came across it in a chat room that I'm in, and that is very, very bad. I kind of disappointed in what I saw. I kind of disappointed in even MC Caro herself. Even though I done, support whoever posted or whoever leaked the video, I don't support the person. But again, you need to be careful as an adult as you go about having, any intercourse. You need to be very, 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 very careful as well. So yeah, Chokon, that's it.
Yeah, for me, I just heard about that. The video, I heard about it. I saw a couple of posts on social media, but I've not seen it, and I don't think I want to see that. But it just a caution. This has been happening to especially females in the country and out of the country. It's just something that they need to take here on Yegasi.
Yeah,
you need to be careful on how you get engaged.
So Chokon, let me try to resend you the link. You said I should send it through
Messenger,
phone or your personal?
Yeah, my personal. Let me see.
No, I don't think I don't think you get it from over there.
So the president also returned over the weekend.
Spoon News.
Yeah, the president also returned over the weekend, and we can look into what the president has returned to the country away from such.
Yeah, so let's just play this excerpt of the president's interview upon his return to the country.
Excellency, welcome back to Liberia.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Sylvester Chiroplen. I work for the Spoon Network. Welcome back. While you were away, many Liberians were concerned about a specific agreement from the 2024 Korea-Africa Summit held in Seoul, because the other African head of states, like Kenyan president, who announced a few days ago that he secured $138 million for his country. So please, can you tell us exactly what were those specific agreements made between Liberia and South Korea?
How was the visit, Mr. President?
I don't know about $38 million. This was a summit. This is Korea's first Korea-Africa summit, which brought the two people from the two continents together. And the idea was to see how we could work to tackle a lot of global issues, investment and confidence building, Africa and Korea. with their technical knowledge and so, and there were no, except for announcement, general announcement about 14 billion and 10 billion. Announcements were made, so we did not go for us to have specific, except for the investment forum where we met investors, the number of investors who are interested in coming to Africa, to Liberia, to invest in so many areas with technological transfer, but also the issue of scholarship, helping Liberians to go to Korea to learn, and Koreans coming here to do business.
All right. So that's the voice of the President of the Republic of Liberia, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boaka, speaking when he returned to the country over the weekend. And yeah, he was speaking to Sylvester Chulpley of our staff. Now, so there's this release also on the executive mansion Facebook page. I would like to read that details some of things done in Korea by the president and some of the possible investments that will come in the country. It says President Boaka concludes a highly successful visit to Seoul, South Korea, as he returns home with exciting news. It says His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boaka Sr. is happy to return to Liberia after an extraordinary successful week-long visit to Seoul, South Korea. The president was invited to the Republic of Korea by the Korean leader to attend the inaugural edition of the Korea-Africa Summit held from June 4 to 5, 2024. The summit brought together heads of state from Africa, high-level business leaders, the president and members of Korean government, and many others. Upon President Boaka's arrival in Korea after more than 30 hours of travel, he participated in a business summit on Liberia and later engaged in a reception hosted by the Korean leader. Following these events, the Liberian leader addressed the plenary of the Korea-Africa Summit and held bilateral meetings with his counterparts and several business meetings. The president also participated in a business and investment forum with Korean investors and delivered an inspiring address on food and mineral security. On Thursday, June 6, the president engaged with the Liberian community, reassuring them of his unwavering interest and commitment to rebuilding the country they would be proud to call home. The Liberian leader concluded his visit with another impactful business forum that resulted in the signing of several memoranda of understanding focused on agriculture, infrastructure, energy, water, etc. The president expressed profound gratitude to his counterpart, President Yeol, and members of the Korean government and the business community for the exceptional support they provided his team during the week-long visit. He looks forward to continued engagement and follow-ups. So President Boaka and his delegation returning the country on June 8, 2024. So, according to what this release, the Liberian leader concluded his visit with impactful business forum that resulted in the signing of several memoranda of understanding focused on agriculture, infrastructure, energy, water, etc. So there was several memoranda of understanding signed by the president while in South Korea, and there's another release to that effect that is captioned "Government of Liberia signed 7 memorandum." That's a memoranda of understanding for the improvement of the agriculture, food production, energy, water, financial investment sectors. It says President Joseph Boaka's visit to the Republic of Korea has led to a significant milestone as the National Investment Commission. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Agriculture have signed 7 memoranda of understanding with Korean multinational companies. These agreements are poised to bring about substantial improvements and developments in key sectors. Upon implementation, these MOUs will ensure a more robust and reliable energy sector through the provision and development of solar energy power plants, investment in agricultural research to enhance food productivity, and seed development, and the supply of prepaid meters to facilitate easy and unhindered access to water supply. Additionally, these MOUs involve significant investments in the financial sector and job creation ventures, among several other impactful initiatives. The involved companies include, but not limited to, Dahan Smart Meter Coal, Samdu Electric Energy, Koreal Agro Fisheries and Food Trade Corporation, Koreal SOVA R&D, the Africa Korea Economic Development Association, and the MIC Group are aligned and committed to making a substantial difference. So that's a good news for Liberia, Chokon.
Yeah.
The president, right away signed 7 memoranda of understanding for the improvement of agriculture, for food production, energy, water, and in the financial investment sector as well.
Yeah, I guess which is a good thing for the country, and many thought that the president did not do well while away from the country to have had meetings with the business communities to see how best they can invest into Liberia. He actually emphasized something, Legacy, that I want to bring to your attention. He spoke about, he did not hear about the pronouncement of any money to any maybe government or president or head of states that went at that forum, and which is the key thing that we need to look into. We saw a lot of posts from people on social media that other government, other presidents went there and they were giving millions, 500 million, 200, 300 million. So it was good that Chidople asked the president that question. So as to whether his colleagues from other countries were giving money, and he just went there to sign commitment. And he said that he did not hear about anything as such. And that story, we saw people running with it, with that story, how people receive millions there, and Liberia did not receive anything, and which is untrue. The president said that commitment was made in agriculture, technology, and human resource capacity, and also scholarship and all of that. There's no specific commitment was made about millions of data coming to the country. And this is the belief that we Liberians have here, that when the leader leaves the country and goes to maybe Sierra Leone, we expect Sierra Leone to give 500 million to Liberia for the country, for the president to return to the country and announce that 500 million was given. The previous administration will witness that year in, year out. When the president traveled, they will say that the president, this government, made commitment of 10 million, 25 million, 80 million, and all the million commitments that were made, we did not see the impact, but rather the government of the former president would say, or the former finance minister would say, all the money used by the WIAS administration to implement projects were provided, were money generated domestically. So they always spoke about increasing the domestic revenue generation envelope so they can be able to implement project. And I wonder if you travel and government make commitments. I can recall the former president when he traveled to France on when he took over in 2018. There was a pronouncement that the French government made a commitment of 10 million.
Yeah.
And the 10 million, have you heard about any project of that money?
I haven't.
So
whether the money, what was the money even given?
Maybe the money was given, but government has priorities. So maybe it was directed to other competing priorities. But the point I'm raising is, Yegesi, it is not about the president traveling and come and make pronouncement that we got 280 million to 300 million from this, from that, and you cannot see the actual impact on the communities or the country. All the projects that were done here by the former administration, we saw that the finance minister or the implementer of those projects would say the money were generated domestically. These are domestic revenue generated to do project. They park, except for the PHP that a specific commitment was made. I think about 5 million from our counterparts, UAE, to build the park. But aside from that, all of the pronouncement made by the previous administration, we did not see the money that he announced making impact in specific areas on the Liberian community. So when the president, when President Bouaga said, Yegesi, that these commitments were made to target specific areas of the government to improve the lives of the people, and one of the things that he did say, Yegesi, was follow up in the letter. And I think it's key. I can recall when a former finance minister sat in the same seat like him a few years back when the Millennium Challenge Corporation, when Liberia scored a huge mark and passed, Minister Toure announced that he said, we did not do follow-ups. We did not press our buttons very well, though we passed the Millennium Challenge, corporation, but the MCC corporation, but we did not do well in terms of doing follow-up, and those actors we should have worked with, we did not work with them, so we were not successful in getting the grant. And Sierra Leone and other countries got that. So follow-up is quite important.
Yeah,
it's quite important as to get the implementation of what was signed in the memorandum of understanding. So it's good that the clarities were made. No millions announced that the way other stations, other institutions, people posting on Facebook, and that millions were announced given to other people there. I did not hear the president say that.
The first thing is that you need to first know the essence of the trip for which the president went for, to South Korea. So this particular summit was being held for the first time, and it brought together heads of states from different countries in Africa. It brought business leaders, international partners from the global south, and a host of many others.
Mm-hmm.
And this event was intended to provide a platform for Liberia to showcase its investment potential and to explore opportunities for support to key, sectors, including the agriculture, roads, energy, tourism, and technology. That was the essence of this platform in South Korea. And the president went there, and of course, he did just that. He showcased the Liberia's investment potential, and at the end of the day, he gained some results.
Commitments were made.
Commitments were made.
Yeah,
that was the essence. That was the essence of this trip. You know, why it's true that we would have been happy if he was able to, go extra mile, or if other big business organizations or international partners, would have made a commitment of billions or millions of dollars for the country, we would have been happy. But let's look at the essence of the trip. The essence was for the president to showcase Liberia's investment potential and to explore opportunities for support to key sectors, including agriculture, roads, energy, tourism, and technology. That was the essence of this trip. Did the president achieve that? I would say yes. The president was able to showcase Liberia's investment potential. Yeah. During the summit, and that yielded results. The executive mansion posted that the government of Liberia signed 7 memorandum of understanding for government improvement of the agricultural, food production, energy, water, financial investment sectors. So 7 memoranda of understanding were signed by the government of Liberia as a result of the trip made by the president. And those are companies, those are organizations that are making commitments to, to invest in Liberia. And their names are all spelled out in the release here. So if nobody wants to argue that the essence of the trip wasn't achieved, because once you go out there to showcase your potential or your country's investment potential, yes, it's left with the investors. The investors will show interest based on how you showcase the potential of the country. They show interest. So if you showcase your country's investment potential, that is in an intriguing way that will attract the demands of the investors. Of course, they'll want to invest in your country. And that is exactly what the president did. And that is why you have the government signing seven memoranda of understanding for improvement in various sectors of the country. And we hope this will come to pass. That's all we hope for, because making the commitment is one thing, and also executing or implementing the commitment is another thing.
That's why he said they're gonna be doing follow up to that.
It's important
to do that.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing for the country. I think those who support the rescue mission should be celebrating this commitment. So especially targeting specific areas to be able to provide the opportunity for Liberians in job creation, acquisition of knowledge, and all of that. So it's a good thing for this country. I think their trip at least yield some fruits. Not like the first time when the president returned to the country, he said, "This is not a place where you go and get money and put it in wheelbarrow." But it's a good thing, know.
And there's the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission addressed Miket press briefing last week, and made some shocking revelations of massive corruption at some government institutions under the regime of the CDC, under the regime of former President George Mani Weah. And the investigation established issues of corrupt practices carried out at 5 government institutions during the CDC regime. And some of those institutions are the Liberia Revenue Authority, the National Oil Company of Liberia, NOCAL, the Financial Intelligence Agency, and the Booker Washington Institute. So those are some of the government institutions that were named in the investigation that the LACC said there were massive, corrupt practices carried out, and the report has been forwarded for prosecution. But to be carry out prosecution by the prosecution department of the LSCC. And yeah, the LSCC executive chairperson, Councilor Zoe, she told Minkus reporters that the 5 entities were involved in alleged, is yet alleged because the investigation has not yet been concluded. So they were involved in alleged financial malpractices. 5 institutions: LRA, NOCA, FIU, and the Booker Washington Institute. Those are some of the institutions that the LSCC name were, massive corruption were carried out allegedly on the regime of the CDC. So we are looking forward, to further investigation to be done because this is important, and especially in Liberia here, things like this over the years have been swept under the carpet, where investigations of such remain perpetual. They aren't concluded. So we know that this government is a serious-minded government, as it told us, and we hope that the LACC, I know, is an autonomous agency, but I hope the executive can give them, the
Ministry of Justice.
Yeah, can because for anti-graft institution to function, even though they are autonomous, but many a times, the interference, especially with this issue of tenure position, or we having controversies about tenure positions all of the time, where when one president comes, he wants to remove all of those who have been in tenure positions to put his own people who, would be subjected to him, who he would be able to maybe command at any time or tell to do anything at any time, and they would do it because he's the one who placed them there. With that, we have an interference in most of those autonomous institutions. So we are hoping that those things that we experienced in the past will not be repeated on this regime, that these investigations will be carried out, and if concluded, if those institutions or individuals within those institutions are found culpable of those acts, let them face the full weight of the law. Why is it that in this country it is difficult to point? It's difficult to point to somebody who's in jail for corruption. Why is it so difficult? Somebody who's in jail for corruption, and we've had thousands of corruption allegations in this country. Thousands of corruption allegations. And I strongly believe that corruption is one of the reasons why we are at the state we are in right now. So if we say we're fighting corruption every day we're fighting corruption, setting up different anti-graft institutions in this country, why we can't point to one person that is being bad for corruption? Why is it difficult to point to one person who is being bad, a prominent figure, for example, who is being bad for corruption? Why we can't do that?
That can never happen here. This is Liberia. This is Liberia, where corruption is eating up all the sector. Even I can recall that the former Chief Justice Francis Copper said that corruption is deeply rooted in the justice system of the country. If the Chief Justice of the country is saying that, it means that it is quite scary for this country. That if corruption is working day and night throughout the justice system, it means that any case that goes there for somebody who steals from the ordinary people, definitely that person will go scot-free. And this is the thing about the Unity Party government, you can see. we were here, these people were in opposition, accused the previous administration of corruption here and there. They protested here and there. And you're thinking over about close to a half a year now. We have not seen anybody being prosecuted, brought before the justice system, and even asked to restitute. We have not seen anything as such. What is happening? What is actually happening that this government has not absolutely, you accuse former Minister Samuel Twe, Nathaniel McGill, Jefferson Kochi, all these people about handling the resources of this country, looting the country resources allegedly. But you are in the helm of leadership now. We have not seen anything. We are not seeing anything. Ministry of Finance still there. You can go and audit the Ministry of Finance. You can go and audit other government institutions, But we are not seeing that. Now the LSCC is asking the Ministry of Justice for authority to prosecute these people as soon as possible, because they have so much more to do, so many government institutions to audit and to establish whether there was some semblance of corruption at those institutions, and to be able to prosecute people. But it is moving on a very, very slow pace, and maybe some of those people who were involved might just get out of the hook. Up to now, we have not seen District 10 lawmaker Yeke raised that issue, but the form and manner in which he raised it, that has been the problem. But it's a good thing when you say that people who were in power, you perceive them to have been corrupt, and you come to the leadership who expect drastic measures, for anti-graft institution, the internal audit agency here, GSC, LACC, the first audit bounce back for the national security agency, the NSA. The government, said that they are no longer going to audit the NSA anymore. So with all this, we have not seen actions taken to be able to bring people who were in leadership to book. How they led this country for the past 6 years, or before the 6 years, how they led the country, controversies surrounding the president. The former president said we left on 41 million. Other people, president said 42, and some people said there were no money and all of that. Why is it moving on this pace very slow? The issue about the fight against corruption.
Yeah.
But now, you said I can record when the former president George Weah, there were people, there were other reports that were made, and people were taken to jail. Ellis Tyler, the former deputy CBL governor, the late Charles Salif, they were all taken to court. You can see if you can recall. Yeah. So we want to see that. We want to see people going to court. We want to see the LSCC indicting people.
This is one thing that a lot of Liberians hardly anticipated of this government. But again, I think a lot of Liberians are still giving this government the benefit of the doubt. This, still yet soon a phrase is still playing in the minds of a lot of Liberians. But trust me, I mean, in a year, in 2 years, if some of these things are not, done, trust me, Liberians will, their trust, their confidence in this government will start to fade away gradually, because they wouldn't see this government as any serious government, because any serious government that criticize corruption or for 6 years, once you come to power, the expectation is that You are going to tackle corruption. You are going to go after those who were accused of corruption, and you're going to prosecute them if they are found culpable of liable of the acts of corruption that they were accused of in the previous regime. They face a penalty. They face a prescribed legal penalty. But I think like Liberians are still yet patient, and they are watching. A lot of them are still saying that it's yet early. So I think the government has got to make use of this opportunity now, where Liberians are still giving them the benefit of the doubt, to be able to put their house in order, because in a year, in 2 years, 3 years, if some of these things are not done, trust me, the confidence in the government that the people have will start to fade away. But let's try to go now to the lines to hear from our listeners. Just before going to the lines, don't forget to play the Spoon 1075 Mega Daily Cash Splash. It's a radio promo game or the raffle draw, and it draws up to 20 winners every morning on this show, and each winner walks away with 2,500 Liberian dollars. And all you need to do to be a part of the draw is to take your phone and dial *799# using your non-star cell SIM card. Dial *799#, select number 3 for Spoon FM. After selecting number 3, the next thing you want to do is to choose how to pay the playing fee, which is 70 cents US, 100 Liberian dollars. And you can pay the playing fee through your mobile money account, both LD or US, if you like. And you can also, if you don't have money on your mobile money account, you can go and buy the scratch card and activate it on your SIM card, and you can play as well. Once you do that, you enter the draw and you stand a chance to win 2,500 Liberian dollars after spending just $100 or $200 or $300, depending on how many times you play. You can play multiple times because it's a raffle draw, and so the more you play, the more likely you are to win. So play, and 9:55 will be doing the draw, and you might just pop out as one of our winners this morning. So let's now go to the lines. The numbers are 0777 771 0775 0777 771 101075. We've talked about various issues on the show this morning. We began with Kev Hassan. Kev Hassan has returned. He returned yesterday on Spoon. He's one of the first panelists on the Spoon Talk, but left alongside other panelists. They formed another platform, created another platform, and on that platform, they say a lot of things about the Spoon Talk, but for Kev Hassan particularly, he made a very, very horrible and grave allegation against the CEO and that of Dr. Richardson. And he's coming back on the Spoon Talk. I heard him. I played an excerpt for those of you listening, and a video footage for those of you watching, of him struggling to apologize, and all of that. We talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about MC Caro, this leaked sexual video, about her. There's something that I think is a lesson that many of our Liberian youngsters need to learn. It's not just about women, even the men. When a sexual video is leaked or is out there about you, you feel embarrassed. Very, 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 very embarrassed. What more about a woman, especially an artist like MC Caro? And I was in conversation with somebody, and the person said that might have been done intentionally by MC Caro because she's expected to release an EP. And I was like, come on. I mean, MC Caro only just because in order to get attraction or for people to go for her EP or for a single that she's about to release, must she do that to herself? Must she destroy her entire career? I don't think she want to do that. I just think it was a mistake. It was a setup of some form, somewhere, and this is bad. And I think our young Liberian females and even males need to be careful how they go about doing these things. And we talk about a lot of other things. The LSCC indicting several government institutions under the regime of former President George Manawia. We talk about the president's trip to South Korea, attending the business summit there, and some of the good news he brought from there. We talk all about that. So you can now call us and have your say 0777 1075 0777 1075 0555 101075. Let's talk to this person. Good morning, your name and where you join us from. Okay, let's hear you, sir.
Okay, being a media tycoon, I want to be very blunt with give her some apologies. You were very cosmetic. I don't think the tone he was giving, again, look at the comments he made. Referring to those who, when they left, and they went to what kind of argument, then refer to the other guy, political hustler. So, say he is a political child, let him come back home. But, I mean, last night he was very cosmetic to me, from my own opinion.
Okay, all right. Thank you for calling. Let's hear you. Good morning, your name and where you join us from.
Thank you. I speak to you from District number 6. My name is Luther Saget, and good morning to you all.
Good morning, Luther. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning to my president, Mr. President. Welcome back in. Thank you for talking on behalf of the Liberians. But when you want to leadership, some of the things that you say, people are taking money, on a country free, and they were no account of the money. So you are account investment in the country for one thing, one person never go into it, and you still have no business as usual. And when you are aware, the GE that you appointed or appointing a riot, please talk about it.
But the man has already taken action. He's suspended them already, and there's investigation going on.
You can see. When they go to investigation, the person will be guilty. I want person to put about then it be removed by authority. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Luther Saki. Let's talk to another person here. Good morning, your name and where you join us from.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, let's hear you.
Yes, call from far for the Congo town. My name is Daniel P.
Okay.
You talk about the LACC has charged 5 government institutions for corruption.
Mm.
And it is good. Those who corrupt our resources should be penalized. So let them go through it and find out one of the guys corrupt our resources, whatsoever, let them bring it back. But any corrupt officials is a nation or breakup. Those corrupt officials always break the nation down. So let them go after them and find them guilty. And while going after them, this LACC must be also credible. They should not just go for some kind of witch hunting or whatsoever. And then they don't take the pole from the eye before they can know the pole from other people's eye. Okay. When you are corrupt, you don't investigate corrupt cases. Let it be clear why you investigating that case. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for calling. Let's take more calls here. 0777 1075 0555 101075. Good morning, your name and where you join us from.
Yeah, good morning. This is Jeff Taylor. I'm calling you from Canada. Jeff,
let's hear you.
Yeah, for me, a PD person still have competition, makes me happy. I know all our investment coming. But these people that stole the money, that was all going from country to country, telling the Liberian people, these people will make sure that the owner will keep the money from them. So if the person is there wanting to make sure that he can audit, the kind of auditing have been going on, that is start prosecuting those people who think together to make sure that we can prosecute those people. You see, because the people are passing, the time is growing, time will come, It will be late, and when election coming out, you say you start anything, they will say, oh no, it will not work. So there's no way let him look for people, for international lawyers and judges and put them in place. Let the prosecutor go. If not, it will be late shift. So I'm taking him, let him try and do it best. Because anything happens, he will be blamed. They will say that Joseph Babel government, they will not talk about other pro government. So we are here, we some of us are getting weak.
Thank you.
We know that we get it, but we're looking up to him.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Okay, first of all, I'm Josh William calling from New Dream Community, Jakarta.
Okay.
What I want to say is this: after recovery, you see this institution are celebrating because they said that Baka failed in recovering. After recovery, Baka failed, so they're celebrating. Let them get on these people. People took our money, let them get on these people. Number two, they are saying president went out of the country, he did not call the money. They went for another call the money, so they go around to the and divide the money. I like they got a very mature president. Waka is mature. I like the idea. Let investors invest in the country. Let it tell you how to go study for this country. So tomorrow have good way in the country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's hear another person. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that I'm not feeling too well this morning, so do not really get people laugh.
Okay, sorry about that, but let's manage to hear you.
Okay, I will extend my thanks in appreciation to our president, to Iman Walker, for his effort in the black. I pray that he do more for the Liberian people. You are the youth are here, we are not doing something better. So we pray that the effort in the black for us to do something better and for the Liberian people as well.
Okay. All right, thanks for calling.
Okay.
Good
morning, your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, good morning. This is Lucky Samuel and my journey from Lookintown.
Okay, let's hear you, Lucky.
Thank you very much. Let me begin first with Kev. You see, my brother, there is nothing true about what Kev said with us. Except if you go to apologize, you cannot go to apologize and be accused. Okay? I love Kev. If we all go, we have political errors and we want to correct our errors and come back together, we should come with sincerity. But you cannot come to apologize. You say you were not what I meant, you were not the woman I meant. Who you meant? You call her name. You never call no other woman name that her name you call. You discuss what you know about her. So come with to apologize with sincerity. And he went as far even accusing. He said, the purpose of my coming here is we build a panel and then the waste going up, hustlers came also. You build something that you went and destroy. You left it and go away. Other people have to come back and rehold it. That we follow a true up to person that is standing with good number. Then you come back, you call the people who you met there as political hustlers. Is that now you call them it's an attack? You can't apologize with sincerity. That's what he came to do. Then as for the issue of the president, let me just say, this is the kind of leadership some of us are expecting. I don't want the president to travel and come back and say, I'll bring 50 million, you can see. Come and tell the people what was the meeting. What is the reality about the meeting? We all know you can stop a community meeting when you attend a community meeting, the chairman can give you money. No. But there are discussions there that the community will have that you understand and that discussion will be genuine for the community. That is what we expected from our president when he go out and come back and tell us how was the discussion and what was the case, what was the sample, what was the response. So thank God that he has come up to clarify that particular million that they say they gave to other countries. That today we get the information on that no, that is not to his knowledge. If he happened beyond though. He was not part of that. Thank you very much to all of you guys for keeping Stone Talk on as we follow you for every day and night. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to this person. Good morning, your name and where you join us from?
My name is Lee Will. I want to tell the president thank you. Because I listened to a radio station, they said the president went down there. What did he do? The money where he came, he will not report it. I want to tell God thank you that the president explained it. So doesn't have weak ears for your ears to open so you can listen to it. What I love is talking about money basis. People went to places, they got money, who saw it? So we beg them, let them leave the paper alone. Let them leave the paper alone. The paper got there. He made money there? No. The money they came all around the world. If we were in a conference where he said you have done it before his 100 days. So we thank you then. Papa, thank you for experience for we have a weak ears. So you can hear it. Because I listen to a radio station, they may say, why Papa say, what you do? That man is incompetent. Yeah, we tell God, thank you. You go with battery, we'll feel with battery until you can be successful. Thank you and have a blessing. I love school radio station. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for calling. All right. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from? Good morning. Good morning. Are you there? Okay, let's talk to another person. This person is not yet ready. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, good morning, Yagazi.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Yagazi. Thank you for the topic this morning. My name is George Mova from GSA Route 66, most of our country. Thank you very much. I appreciate you letting me how every day we listen to you.
Let's hear you, George.
I just want to tell President Boga, welcome back home. Thank you. You free this your home. We don't want to protect for you. But last thing going on in the country, in your government, we say that because we don't want to protect for you, President Boga. But number one, is just being in the country here. Ibi Koma and he could the perfect thing will let you know here. So you don't want you over here. Please take action on our two people.
Okay. All right, but yeah, I'm not action. What kind of action you want to now? You already suspended the two people then.
Action, I sack them.
Oh, you must sack them. Okay, that's the action you want.
Action, the other people that are working in the government, and when you sack them now, then other people be serious because you sacking just suspend them. You will say over there, I would not do the suspend and
oh, you can just sack them based on allegation, and you got to investigate to know what happened actually before you can sack them.
Yes, anybody wrong, you sack two of them.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to spot President Backup government. See what he said, Ibikoma. He wants to spot President Backup government. He's asking to spot the government, and we don't want to vote for the government, and we want the government need to spot. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Maybe tell, but thank you very much for marketing for all over. Okay, good morning. Your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, I'm Alfred and I'm speaking to you from Sendell.
Okay, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the program. I always follow the program in my keke. I'm a keke rider.
Okay.
But I have an observation. Since Friday morning, the radio went low. It went low a little bit.
Oh, the
so
radio.
Really,
that is.
Yeah,
that is
a little bit low.
The sound coming from the radio, our voices and the music are low. That's what you're saying.
Yes, I'm saying the radio is a little bit low. Okay. It's not as clear as it used to be.
Okay, all right. We're going to inform our technicians. Yeah, they're going to sort that out.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your observation. Let's talk to this other person on this line. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Luis Copo. How are Mark Copo?
Oh, Mark Copo. How you doing?
I'm so happy. This radio station is the only one can play in my house. This radio station is the one that can make me to sleep all the way to Florida. I just listen. I so love the radio station. But what I want to tell you, like real people, when you're born as a child, you have to lay down, crawl, please sing. Your country was so damaged. And the Papa King, by God's grace, we try to make us to know something, especially with school FM that open our eyes to know about politics, to know many secrets in the country. Let God bless that radio station. People must wait and see what Papa will do. Papa not ready to go buy $2 million jewelry to put on his neck. He ready to go buy $10,000 watch to put it on. He going to buy no Gucci shoe around here. Papa came to deliver this nation through God. If you're talking to JB or anything, you're talking to God because it's not JB. Don't look at him because it's our time to change. For the corner to change for the better for our children. Walk in our daily water, in our people water, not for JB, but for our children we see zombie around here. So that they can come to their senses. Because when boy child sport is not good. When gay child sport is not good. So we want our children to enjoy this nation. Papa Travel, I heard you talking about scholarship. Most of them, you will not be looking on outside and say, let me go to school. You know, the father can educate their youth. They will not say, let me go to school. But they will sit down, The people don't buy motorbike for phone. No, that motorbike bought for him or cutting around here.
Thank you.
So we want them to tell the advantage of the scholarship that will come for Korea for them to go to school. Thank you very much.
Okay, Marco, thank you. Let's talk to another person here. We'll take 2 more calls and call this a day. Good morning, your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, good morning. I'm pretty sincere and I joined the conversation from District 17.
Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, my brother, you see, we Liberians, or especially those that support the rescue mission, I think we have to be tolerant to the views of others. When people are questioning the president, that when he travels or when he travels out of the country, what is he bringing back? These were similar questions that were asked in the past. People are quick to forget in this country. When President Weah was going to the SONA, not the SONA, but was going to the United States to address the United Nations Assembly, people were here asking all sorts of questions. All of the time he went, what is he bringing back? As if when a president goes out of the country, they have money packaged in bed that he's supposed to bring back to the country. These were questions that will be asked when he goes to the UAE, he goes to France, they ask, he travels with our money, what is he bringing back? Today, the questions are thrown around against your own president. People are asking, and then people want to be intolerant, saying, oh, I like what the president did, what they asked me, this type of question. Yeah, those questions have to be asked because those were some of the questions that you asked, and those were some of the propaganda that you ran, which brought your president or to the presidency today. So people have to ask those questions. Look at what is happening in the economy. The prices of basic commodities and goods and services are rising on a daily basis, and you expect Liberians have to ask all of the things that you criticized in the past. Your president is doing the thing, breaking the laws, putting people in any positions. Look at some of these things that are happening all around us. And you say we shouldn't act.
Thank you. Let's talk to our last caller. Good morning, your name and where you join us from? Okay, we lost that person. Let's squeeze this person in. Good morning.
Good morning, how you doing, sir?
I'm okay. Let's hear you.
This is Alex Myers. I'm calling from Kemo, a resident of Banga City, Bon County.
Alex, let's hear you quickly.
Thank you so much for the conversation. And I heard a lot of callers speaking on behalf of the government and that of the opposition. But what I have to say is that if you said that the previous caller saying that people bring scholarship and people are not focusing to it, what is the government doing to call the attention of the other people? And second more is I received or I read on Facebook that after 5 days, yesterday, the machine arrived in Liberia. Where is the machine now? Is it still in the people of Monrovia or it has been free from the people of Monrovia by the government of JNB?
Okay, thank you very much. I know when you hear that machine at Freeport of Liberia or Freeport of Monrovia. Yeah, but folks, that's it. You are listening to the Today Show right here on your favorite dial, 107.5 FM. We're also coming to you live on Fabric 101.1 on our social media platforms, Spawn TV Live, and of course our YouTube channel. We are not on Fabric and Super. We hope to work on that. Yeah, so thanks for your calls. We take a short break, and when we come back, yes, we discuss other, probably flip through the local dailies, and then, conclude today's edition of the show. So don't forget to keep on playing the radio entertainment game. The dashboard is still open. It's open here every morning, beginning at 7 o'clock. So you don't have to be told to play beginning 7 to 9:55 every morning. So the show begins at 8 o'clock and the dashboard is open at 7 o'clock. So you get every morning from Mondays to Fridays, you start playing the game from 7 o'clock. All right. So the playing code, if you don't know, is *799# using your non-star cell GSM SIM card. You dial *799#, and once you dial *799#, you'll see a list of radio stations. Spoon FM is at number 3. Spoon FM there twice, but you select number 3. Spoon FM is at number 3 and number 9, but select number 3 for Spoon FM for this show. And when you select number 3, the next thing you want to do is to pay the playing fee, which is 70 cents US or 100 Liberian dollars. Once you pay the playing fee through your mobile money, both LD or USD, or if you don't have money on your mobile money, you buy the scratch card and play as many times as you want, and you stand a chance to walk away with 2,500 Liberian dollars on the show here this morning, and 20 persons will be walking away with that amount here this morning on the show. We'll take a quick break. Choco, you want to say anything before we go for the break?
Oh, what? Maybe we can return when we return before we can.
Okay, so let's take this quick break to be back, folks.
Bluecrest Liberia, your gateway to mastering computer fundamentals, advanced Excel tools and techniques, and database management system and training. With our high-tech classrooms, you will gain practical knowledge every step of the way. At Bluecrest, we offer BSc IT, BBA, and MSc IT. We render training for corporate institutions. At Bluecrest Liberia, we are a school with creative minds driven by innovation and excellence. Enroll in our fashion and graphics design school today and let the professionals guide your journey from sketching your first design to mastering the latest digital tools, a hub of innovation and learning where students become tomorrow's tech leaders starts here. From cybersecurity, artificial intelligence to data analytics, we are your professionals' hope. Whether you are pursuing a career in software development, network engineering, or digital marketing, fashion, and graphics design, Bluecrest Liberia is your gateway to success. Enroll today at Bluecrest. Call 0888-999-444 or 0770-999-444 for more information, or walk into our campus located at Congo Town opposite CDC headquarters. Bluecrest Liberia, where innovation meets education.
Okay, welcome back. This is the Today Show right here on your favorite dials. We're coming to you live on Spoon 107.5 megahertz, Fabric 101.1 megahertz, and via our various social media platforms, Spoon TV Live and our YouTube channel this morning. So again, keep on playing the radio game. The playing code is *799# select number 3. The playing fee is 70 cents US or 100 Liberian dollars, and you automatically enter the draw and stand a chance to win 2,500 Liberian dollars. 20 persons will be winning that amount here this morning once we do the draw and your name pops up as one of our winners on the show this morning. So quickly, last week there was this we saw protestation from folks from the United Methodist Church, protesting against, the issue of same-sex marriage in the United Methodist Church. I want to get the totality of that story to just read out, but it is something that is becoming of concern. This issue of same-sex marriage. I know it is acceptable or it is legal in other cultures, in other countries, but in many other countries like Liberia and many other African countries, it's unacceptable, it's abominable, and of course, is a serious problem based on the culture of the country. It is an abomination, but we see the United Methodist Church in Liberia is facing serious problem with that, and members of that congregation have been protesting against that of recent series. So I have an article here that says, as the Methodist Global Conference pressures local church in Liberia to accept same-sex marriage, church members say no man and man, woman to woman should marry in the church. Several members of the United Methodist Church in Liberia have staged a protest demanding the immediate and unconditional withdrawal of the Liberia Annual Conference from the Global Conference of the United Methodist Church over its decision to repeal the ban on LGBTQ. Recently, the Global United Methodist Church voted to repeal its ban on LGBTQ clergy and granted authority to its ministers to officiate same-sex weddings. Report has it that during the General Conference held in the United States in May of this year, 692 delegates voted in favor of the repeal, which at least 51 delegates voted to keep the ban in place. The United Methodist Church in Liberia is yet to make an official position on the latest decision from the Global Conference, with reports suggesting that's regionalization. This means that every region will worship in their context that aligns with their culture, but will remain with the Methodist Church. However, those aggrieved Methodists strongly believe that the position of the Global Conference is an abuse of the Christian doctrine and the traditional values of Methodists in Liberia. Yeah, so that is
yeah, but you can see I can just get my mind around this, how the church will be discussing how to legalize same-sex marriage, where God himself has said that we should come into the word to multiply and to take care of this word. And so if every man marry every woman within the church, let's say every man marry every man, every woman marry every woman in the church, how they will reproduce to continue the activities of God within the church. I don't know. They expect other people to reproduce and those children will take leadership of the church. They'll be adopting children, adopting people to grow and begin to preach the word of God. This is just unacceptable. Aside from that, we are Africans and we should have some culture and values that we shouldn't just let the Western culture assimilate our culture. We should not let that. It should not be happening, Legacy. It is not because it is accepted in other countries where same-sex is approved, so it should be accepted here. We should have certain values as Africans, and we should not just accept anything. That's why I greatly differ with people who say there should be ban on female genital mutilation and all of that. FGM should be total ban. It should not be practiced anymore in Liberia. You can't do that. The only thing there should be benchmark. There should be certain requirements. If you willfully reach the age and you want to do it, you should go and do it. At the age of Legacy, if Legacy wants to join the Pro Society, Legacy should walk in there and talk to our zones, our people, chiefs, and say, I want to join the Pro Society, and he should join. But to take children, minors, to take them there, it is for that part it's unacceptable, because you're doing that maybe against the will of the president. We are Africans, for Christ's sake. Legacy, there should be some level that when you go Africa, these things, there are certain practices and beliefs that they hold on to. You can't come here not because you bring church here, you say people should do what happening in America and other places. People should do it here, should practice that in the church, where the word of God is clear about reproduction. That's why God made male and female. He did not make male and male or female and female. We should. It is unacceptable in our society, and I think in no church, absolutely, any church should not be giving that credence.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just sad to know what this the world is turning to. The issue of rights and rights and rights and rights and rights. You know, it's turning things outside down. But you know, I mean, in our culture, that is highly detestable. That is abominable, and I'm not sure it's going to take effect very very easily, because you might just be driving your members away because based on the culture of a lot of Liberians, a lot of Liberians will want to attend a church where such thing is being done, especially so. Uh, that is something that biblical principles are against. The Bible clearly talk about that, and there was punishment for that in the city of Sodom in the Bible and out of that. So, allowing that, what I think in the church to wed, you know, woman and woman, man and man in the church. Biblically, it is wrong, and I mean, it's going to undermine the Word of God. It's going to undermine the Bible itself, for which the Christian foundation is built on. So we are looking to see how that plays out, but I'm quite sure that the Methodist Church might be losing a lot of members if they do that. At a certain point in time, I heard the Catholics, you know, talk about that as well. But I think, though, if it's considered, especially here in Liberia, if it takes effect in Liberia and other African countries with the same cultures and beliefs, I think it's going to drive away a lot of members of those churches. But folks, we have limited time, and if you're playing the radio game, please do that in 1 minute now. Dial *79 # *79 # select number 3 for Spoon FM. The playing fee is 70 cents or 100 US Liberian dollars or 70 cents USD, and you automatically get into the draw. We'll be drawing our winners in a few minutes time. So Chokon, anything finally before?
No, like maybe tomorrow we can start with what's happening at the Governance Commission. I think it's getting off hand, and there's a need for us to talk about that. We can talk about that again. The issue about this same-sex issue is a thing that this church needs not to be talking about. It shouldn't be discussing how people will man. Our society and our laws do not allow that man and man will be getting married here and there in the church sanctioned by God. You know, it's just unacceptable for our society, for the culture that we find ourselves in. We should not let, like I said earlier on, of our culture to be assimilated by the Western culture to an extent that our generations will to come will not know what we were doing here. Okay. We don't have no culture and values anymore, maybe in the next 10, 15, 20 years as a people.
Okay. All right, so folks, that's it. It's 1 minute up until 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is news summary from our news and current affairs department. Those of you who play the radio game, I'm trying to call one of the winners, but it seems that the number is not going through. But so let me call another person here as well. 451272. So I'm calling. This number is one of our winners. I just want to call one or two of our winners before we take leave of you on the show this morning. So congratulations to all of you who have already won, who have received text messages in your phone already. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Did you play the radio game on Spoon FM?
Yes.
Okay. And have you received any message yet?
Yeah, I received. That's it, 2005.
2,500. So congratulations for being one of our winners. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So it's 10 o'clock, and we don't have the luxury of time to call more people. So we have to take leave of you. And before I leave, I again like to say happy birthday to my little boy, Kenneth Zuobe. He's my son. He celebrates his birthday today. I'd like to say happy birthday. He turns 2 today. He celebrates his second birth anniversary. So I'd like to say congratulations and happy birthday to you. I wish you guys endless blessings and copious of years to come as you celebrate your day on today. Kenneth Zobel, thanks to all of your guardians, your parents, your mother, and just everybody. Thanks, and have yourselves a God-blessed day. So, folks, join us tomorrow when we hope to be here again with another edition of the Today Show. My name is Yekezi Zobe. I've been here alongside Chokon Flama. Catch us up tomorrow. Bye-bye.